Hey, how's it going, guys? Mr. Boss for the win here. And in today's GTA 5 video, we're going to be investigating if Rockstar added sort of a secret hint as to what the next DLC update is going to be about in Grand Theft Auto Online, as well as Rockstar making some changes that could have an impact on the release date of the next DLC and a whole lot more. So this would certainly not really be anything new from Rockstar as far as giving us in-game hints for the next update. Remember, before the Diamond Casino and Resort DLC launched, the one back in July 2019, Rockstar put all those construction props out in front of the casino, and they got gradually more and more and more, thus indicating there was going to be a big change to the casino itself. And then before the release of the Diamond Casino heist, we started getting these in-game text messages and emails from Chang Family Holdings saying that something was going to be happening and that we could get our revenge at the Diamond Casino, ultimately leading towards the heist. So the last two updates, Rockstar have done something like this. And something happened yesterday when I'm recording this video on Friday, April 24th, where many believe Rockstar just did the exact same thing, including insider test funds too. So the message that players are talking about actually came from Gerald. And the reason we're getting text messages from Gerald is because he actually got his own set of contact missions today. Or I should say a new set of contact missions that Rockstar just added. And when you load it into the lobby, you would receive a text message from him that says, "Word is we got hard times coming. Way I see it, we gotta make bank before the you-know-what hits the fan. You down, I'll text you." And so right after this new text message started being added in Grand Theft Auto Online, Insider Test Funds 2 put this out on Twitter. He said, our first hint of the next update, question mark, and then posting a screenshot of the same text message that we ended up getting from Gerald. Okay, so the first thing we need to discuss here is this is not 100% a guarantee. When I first saw this, I was a little bit skeptical. In fact, I even still believe it could just be talking about like the new contact missions that he got, because Rockstar even added like their own little story and lore to why the contact missions are being added. I'm guessing they're trying to just, make the missions feel a bit more realistic. And because of that, they're giving Gerald kind of a little bit of story. Because even on the newswire, they kind of have that same twist. They said, word on the street is that a serious downturn is about to hit the black markets of Los Santos. Gerald and the families have encountered some unwelcome resistance from rival gangs. And like any enterprising entrepreneur, Gerald's been planning his escape strategy. And that's kind of the same tone that we got from the in-game text message. So there's a good chance that it might be for these new contact missions, but many believe it could also be a hint for what Rockstar is going to be doing next. And so many have started to speculate and wonder, well, what is the theme going to be about? And many people had lots of different things to say. Some people said this was going to indicate like a dirty cops DLC, some sort of cops and crooks. Others believed it might have to do with gangs or gang wars, which we really haven't seen in online. That would actually kind of be cool. Others are saying it might be like a financial meltdown sort of an update, or like a collapse of an economy or state of emergency, anarchy type DLC. It also might have to do with a virtual black market that could be introduced. And that might be our next business in online, because Rockstar kind of have been running out of, things that you could have a business in. And a black market would be kind of cool, especially if they were items that maybe you could only get from the black market, but also dictated the way you ended up running the business. And also maybe Gerald could be one of those characters that gets more involved. Kind of like how Ron has given us contact missions from day one, but Ron was also the guy that led us through the Smuggler's Run update. Same with Lamar and other characters that have made appearances in online. So it wouldn't be shocking if that's the case, It's just really weird. And what's hard about this is sometimes you can't really trust the wording that Rockstar uses on the newswire, because one of the most common questions I get is the little line that Rockstar writes at the bottom of every newswire page, where they say, look out for more details in the coming weeks on future updates to GTA Online. And if you'd never seen that before, you think to yourself, oh, cool, Rockstar is about to give us details on a new DLC, but what they're really referring to are just the weekly events that happen. So their language sometimes can be a little bit confusing, and I think that might be another similar case here. I hope it's not, because honestly, the theme of that sounds pretty exciting. You know, dealing with a black market or dirty cops, gang wars, a state of emergency, all of those sound pretty cool. Let me know what you think it means, though, in the comments down below. Do you think it's a simple teaser for the contact missions, or do you think it's something coming next? Now, let's move on. Another thing that Rockstar ended up doing the other day is giving us a background update in Online, where they made some significant changes. So according to Insider Tez Funds 2, he tweeted out this background update. Lots of fixes to the last play missions issues before release. Those are the Gerald contact missions. Young Ancestor's custom Furia was once again added back to the parking garage. I still think there's something going on there. And then a new vehicle has been added to the casino podium list. We'll talk about all of those things. So let's start with the fixes that occurred to Gerald's last play missions. And Insider Tez Funds 2 ended up diving into this a little bit more on the GTA forum site, where he said this. The background update kind of nerfed Gerald missions. Rank plays a role in deciding the payout. Before the background update, they were coded to pay as if the missions that require rank 85, while still allowing any new player to try them out. But now it's all set to rank 1, so they pay way less now. And as a follow-up, he said, anyways, for anyone asking about the new podium car, it's the Cyclone. It's not really a delay. We shouldn't count the S80RR, even though it's in the list. But it's been there forever, and it's still not out yet, so I don't think we will see it anytime soon. Without counting the S80RR in, the podium list lasts up until June 11th. All right, so let's talk about the background update in its entirety now. So the Gerald missions got nerfed, and I even talked about this in my video the other day. The payouts are awful. They stink. Like, the missions can take 10, 15, 20 minutes, and you'll only be making like $20, $25, $30, $35,000. It's not a very good payout at all. And that's really unfortunate, because I was looking forward to these Gerald missions, but they're paying out double money in RP right now, and the payouts still aren't that great. So I'm definitely not going to be doing them if the payouts are even worse when it returns back to normal. So I guess this is just one of those contact missions that, again, are going to be disappointing because they don't really pay out all that well. And after you do them 2 or 3 times, they might get pretty repetitive. Now, as far as what's going on with Young Ancestor, I'm still convinced that him moving his custom supercar in and out of the parking garage is done on purpose. To my knowledge, there's no glitches or exploits associated with it. So I don't know why Rockstar would want to keep adding it in and out unless they were trying to indicate that Young Ancestor is like leaving the casino, going in and out, back and forth. I've speculated that this has something to do with the next update. Who knows? And the new podium vehicle is interesting. The fact that Rockstar only added one. And that vehicle is the Cyclone, which is like the all-electric car that Rockstar added. It's really cool. It's super fast. And Insider Tez Funds 2 believes that it shouldn't really cause a delay to the next update, because there's one vehicle on the list, the S80RR, that even though it's on there, it's been there forever, and he doesn't believe Rockstar will introduce it. So with this new vehicle, the podium list of the current cars will last up until June 11th, which means after that is when we can likely expect the next update arrive. So basically like a month and a half before we see anything in Online. Now, I know that sounds like a long way away, but Rockstar might have a plan to add more content. So someone asked Insider Tez Funds 2, just curious, is there an order known for these 6 missions, or are they just 6 standalone missions? Like, is there a story to them? And he said, what do you mean? As you progress them or something like that? No, they're standalone missions. You can launch each one you like from the menu. Also, there were supposed to be 2 more missions, but it seems like Rockstar is keeping it locked to 6 unless we are getting the remaining 2 in the future. So again, with the uncertainty going on in the world, Rockstar having to work from home, maybe they figured, hey, we need a little bit of extra content before the next update arrives, so they might be keeping 2 of the remaining Gerald missions for even further drip feed. Maybe we'll see them one at a time. Maybe we'll see both of them added at the same time. Maybe Rockstar just decided those 2 missions were either too hard, not fun enough, they didn't like them, so they just ended up scrapping them, and we might never see them introduced. Now, one other thing that I actually found to be pretty hysterical with these Gerald missions is in one of them, you actually go through a slaughterhouse and you have to bring Gerald back some supplies. And he actually sends you a text message to wash your hands. And obviously with what's going on in the world, that's one of the most important things you can do. Is staying safe and washing your hands often. And so I don't know if Rockstar's just playing along with that or if they had this text message scheduled, long before any of this was going on in the world. But I found that to be hysterical that they sent that message and Gerald was like, that place is nasty. You better wash your hands. I don't know. I just found that to be kind of funny. So all in all, a lot of interesting things going on in Grand Theft Auto Online, especially over the last couple of days. I would love to hear from you guys in the comments down below. What do you think of the background update that Rockstar made the other day, particularly with the Gerald missions, Young Ancestor, and the new podium car being the Cyclone? I do actually like the Cyclone, so that's kind of cool. And do you think Rockstar gave us a tease or a hint in the messages that Gerald is ending up sending us? Let me know your thoughts, opinions, and more in the comments down below. I'd love to hear from you guys down there. If you guys did go on to enjoy this video, though, a like rating would, of course, be awesome. And be sure to subscribe to my YouTube channel if you are new, or you want to stay up to date on all the latest GTA and Red Dead Redemption videos that I'm doing here on my channel. And be sure to ring that notification bell as well. Sometimes YouTube just doesn't work, and if you ring that bell, you'll always be guaranteed to be notified when new videos arrive. But of course, as always, guys, thank you all so much for watching. Take care, and I'll see you guys in the next video.